So things are still up in the air. Unfortunately, I don't have a normal family. I didn't get any sleep last night because I had to move the bed away, the head of the bed where I sleep, away from the cat litter box. Unfortunately, I can't move the cat litter box down to the basement because of Miss Miriam. And it's sad because she's stuck in a corner in the basement and that's where she wants to stay, but she needs to come up and know that, that's where her litter box is at, where her food is at, where her water's at. Ian does. Ian's roaming the house and everything, but the dog still chases him. But today I kind of look like the Wizard of Oz witch. I've got my jumper on and top on. Am I happy with how things are going with this whole thing? No, I'm not, because it is becoming more the proof that the American government is biased and the American government is not in favor of the original United citizens. And I'm saying it that way because it seems like if you are a Donald Trump supporter and you contribute a lot, you have more leeway to buy the system. And I have an issue with his student loan agreement, and I can't seem to prove to people, which I have been, that in order for you to start a living with anything and you have to start all over again, you have to neglect your bills. You can't pay it. And you can't go on for like weeks and weeks on end with no food or water. Not right now. You'll drop dead. Especially right now. Other than that, I know, I like my Wizard of Oz outfit. I had an idea in mind, which is, being a broke girl, you go through the sales department real fast and you find out what you need. This will fatten up. This is not a big deal. But like I said, it's not that easy right now, and I'm out $22,000, and now I'm asking like an attorney, a criminal lawyer, right now, is it safe to file for bankruptcy under Governor Whitmer's watchful eye? And it's kind of sad because like the focus is on her and not on the two senators that are running the state. But then at the same time, I don't know if I want two senators telling me that it's right there in your face and it's obvious. The problem is I don't have a husband that understands that every governor runs their state differently. And that's because he doesn't go out looking for a commission job like I do. And clothing retail is commission. Every sale that comes back, it's a negative, and people need to get paid. So imagine if returns outweighed sales and people were getting paid. That's a loss, right? Okay, let's go back to basic economics. Some of you students saying that I have an AP economics score and stuff like that, some of you guys need to go back to the basics, because when I got my $500 grant from my economics professor, it was because we got into a heated argument about what was economics under the president's eyes. It might have changed, but remember, we're not going back to birth, we're going right through it again. So however many times it changes and however many times the lifetimes changes, then so be it. But that's only for people that have been able to do AP Physics, AP Calculus, and AP English, the Common Core AP, and which I have. What I'm telling people is that right now, there's no way to pay bills right now. So if you've already paid your heavy bills, congratulations to you. And if you're holding on money to survive just to get through it, you're smart. Okay, you're not stupid like some people where they're spending all their money on bills. Now they don't have money to pay for gas. They don't have money to go to work. They're asking for unemployment. And some people are getting it, some people are not. I know in the state of Michigan, you need to go find a job. And if you can't find a job, you need to get out of the state. Governor Whitmer is a very tough governor. And I'm pretty sure the senators are backing her up. And if they're not, well, we kind of need a handbook then for those of us that are coming back to Michigan that actually do have Michigan citizenship. And this is my favorite topic, which is census fighting. because technically, unemployment is supposed to go only to the U.S. citizens that have been on the sentences for a certain amount of years. This was something Benjamin Franklin did a lot. So if you can sit down and think like Benjamin Franklin, who put the country together, like imagine if you had walked into a state like Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a good one. I always go to Pennsylvania. I love it. The people there are really funny. They're nice, but they're polite funny. And if you tried to go through Eisenhower Highway and you're not familiar with the history of it, you could actually like get stuck in a ditch somewhere or run off the road. But they're really nice to you if you mention something about the infrastructure not being completely built, because it states it right there. I don't think that piece of information has been debunked yet, but you don't know what you're walking into. But in the state of Pennsylvania, they have a certain population amount. Their budget is based on that amount, just like their businesses. So there's only a certain amount of businesses in that country. Here's where Donald Trump fucks it all up for us. Donald Trump fucks it up by bringing in third-party workers, which is Hispanics. Now, when you have Hispanics now going out of a job, they have to claim unemployment. The problem is that more than likely Donald Trump shits on the Americans versus shits on the third-party workers, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to give all the census U.S. citizens that are working their unemployment first before you can give third-party people. Because what ends up happening is now you're fighting in line for unemployment, and so by the time like actual good people are coming off that are doing the right thing by walking away, figuring out what's going on and everything, so they're not telling the wrong facts and stuff, because Donald Trump doesn't like telling the truth. If you watch this TV show, The Apprentice, he's all a bunch of lies. That's how I know this. Plus he divorced Ava, while she was in her worst condition. And we all remember Ava, a little angel that she is. She's an angel. And I'm just telling you, Donald Trump doesn't care about the American people. If he did care about the American people, this would have ended up differently. He started off as a Kennedy, and she'll end as a Kennedy. It's just inevitable. Just like no different than if he started off as a Reagan administration. Started off as a Reagan administration, he would have ended as a Reagan administration. He would have had another term. And I just want to tell Donald Trump, sometimes you need to listen to history. Sometimes you need to stop listening to politicians. But you know what? What the fuck do I know? I'm just a dumb broad. I was brought up by Barack Obama. If you want to talk about a president raising people, Barack was my president. Because from 18 all the way up until 26, I had a solid job. I did, and I had 2 jobs at the time, and I was going to school. I was making payments to student loans. I was making bill payments and stuff. I wasn't a problem to the government, not that I was aware of. And then I all of a sudden became a problem to you. To be honest with you, I could give 2 shits for you. I'm going to tell you again, you're going to keep losing if you start off your administration as a Kennedy. And it will always go into the hands of Joe Biden because you started off as a Kennedy. And Tom Kennedy has a curse. Okay. We all know the curse of the Kennedys. Well, it depends on how you start off. You start off as John Kennedy. Well, Tom was very concerned about John. That was his prize baby. It was his prize boy. So, yes, it's almost like, however it ends, it's going to have to follow suit to the next, Kennedy that oversaw it. It's like the longest thing. But you guys talk about this shit all the time, and you guys act like it doesn't exist. The problem is that you're surrounded by a wife that doesn't believe in this shit. But we're going to bring in back Rasputin, though. So here's what's going to happen, Donald Trump. If you keep ignoring the prophecy, and you keep saying it's not going to happen this time, it will happen, and it will hurt you deeply. Now you know this one. Now going to Mitch McConnell. Now Mitch McConnell, I know I mentioned you, but you're like one of our oldest members in the U.S. government, the one with the most level head. And we were just asking for you to end this fight, this whole drama of Donald Trump suing the country or suing the government because of the votes of Joe Biden. We've proved that Joe Biden will be president in 2020 if Donald Trump doesn't change. And I want you to know we're always going to come to you. Some of us feel that way, and maybe it's just me, but that's because I'm into this stuff. That's because I've been paying attention to what's been going on and things like that. So I just want to let you know that I'm always going to cry out to you, because number one, I still believe you wrote the book of economics, and number two, I think you're the most logical person in the White House, okay, or the U.S. government. I mean, to be honest with you, you could have nipped this whole thing in the butt right in the beginning, and I think you do, but then I think you get a lot of pushback, and it kind of sucks, because nobody should be getting that. And whenever I see your counterpart show up, it does. It warms up my heart. It does. It warms up my heart to see the two of you show up and be like, let's play. Because it is. It's nice to see those two types of parties come back on TV again, which you will. You'll come back on TV. You'll look prettier than ever with that nice little black tie. Don't sell that tie to Trump. Don't, because he won't know how to use it. Just like the one I have to predict. That's always a blast, right? Oh no. Oh no. We have a president that's losing scales, little by little. Little by little. And Michael Pence is such a just an all-around player. I would have not handled that whole scene about being sued. Please come back. Please come back, because if you don't, I'm pretty sure the burgers at Carl Hardy's are going to dry out real fast. This is my favorite food. I can make a meal out of it. So, yes, leave my Governor Whitmer alone. Okay? She's my Willy Wonka. Leave her alone. Okay? And don't touch Tammy on 2.5 Men. We'll fix it. We'll fix that. She can change it up a bit. She can move the one shoulder tattoo onto the forearm and just flip it. I won't do anything because I have lost that front. I have a magnificent back tattoo, upper back tattoo. Because this shit of having it here and then having it on the lower back, it's not working out. It's becoming real difficult to get dressed in the morning. The belly one too. But, hey. Anyways, Joe Biden thinks probably this is all craziness, but it's not. We're just reminding Donald Trump in the beginning of his administration that it's going to go right back to Joe Biden or to the hands of the Democrat. If Hillary decides to run again, it'll for sure go to Hillary. Yeah. In 2020. But don't, because you're having too much fun the way you are right now. I wish I could be like, I could walk into a room and just eat my way through the room of French fries. But that's not going to happen. And by the way, I don't like people putting bubbles on my head. Don't do that. Bad, bad, bad. Because I'm not a nihilist. Anyway, so yeah, don't touch Governor Whitmer. She's a cool governor. To me, she's like Willy Wonka. And the senators, well, they're like the mayor in Whoville. Don't touch them either. They're pretty cool too. Other than that, Donald Trump, you're pretty fucked. Just telling it like it is. Telling it like it is. So, and Tammy, don't you worry, we're gonna fix those tattoos. You're like all red and everything. I wouldn't. Why can't you do a hue of blue or something? I have one. That's what this is. It's like a hue of blue. You do red and you get the henna shit. And I don't think you want that. But that's okay. What do I know? Right? So, yeah. Alright, gotta go work.